Pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, the diaspora, and elsewhere. Friends, today I am bringing a message direct to the Guyanese people who are back home. And for those who are living abroad that is backing political party in Guyana when they have taken away your rights. Let it be known to you, religious battle and racism, there's a big problem with the two. It will last forever and ever until the coming of God Almighty or until somebody blow up the whole world. So I beg of y'all, if you are a religious fanatic, keep it to yourself. In Guyana, with the next government, and I'm going to repeat for the third time, with the next government, as I said, America gets what America wants. There would be a lot of law changes. The institution as the Constitution will be changed. Many politicians shall and will be arrested. Whether they know it or not, I'm telling you all here today. And my mouth is loud. Like I always say, y'all don't know who's behind us. But we could guarantee you one thing, both ways. We don't thief, we don't want what you have, and we don't want to rule a country that our ancestor came and meet another nation there. And what amazed me with these two major races in Guyana, especially our black brothers and sisters, the illiterate ones, the uneducated, the less desirable among your own. Why are you listening to corrupt politicians because they're black like you, a three-piece suit, fancy car, handshake, and destroy your own life and your children's future when you can do better? You're waiting on God. Maybe Muhammad if you're a Muslim. Maybe Jesus. But Muhammad had to go to war for Saudi Arabia. His own was trying to kill him. And according to the Hindu text, the Ramayana and the Vedas, they had their own problem, but India were fighting for wealth. With Dashrath and the whole family that he exiled his own son Ram for many of years because of a woman. So Indian woman, from the beginning of time, they got a disease. They love to control their men. And men fall between the valley of darkness and destroy his own brother, his mother, and his family because of a woman. Indian woman, you may not like what I'm saying, but I'm begging you to wake up. If you marry a man, whatever family you go into, you're a part of that family. You should not and must not destroy it because of yours. You are only using the man to get by so you can make your family happy. And I'm talking from experience. My son, a lot of you know him, I have three, but one of them, he married an Indian woman. He leave his house at La Tree, Pakistan, to live at her family house in Bel Air or Kitty because she want to be close to her mother and father. I'm not calling the people name. Who knows it? They know what I'm talking about. And 2 months after, when he called me before, I said, Mister, no man will leave no good captain will leave his little canoe or little lunch to go up on his wife's family big ship. You'll be in trouble. He said that you always talk nonsense. But whatever the Indian woman do and how she confuse him, whether she use voodoo, the Kalimite church, because I don't think that she could have used her personality and between the valley of darkness to control a man like that. So there had to be some other iniquity. I know Indian people. I've been to 87 countries. I study all. My generation also from the Indian side. And the black side, I know both sides of the fence. I know dal and rice, and I know cook-up rice and metemji. So you can't lie to Georgie. I study this world for what it is, and I study the behavior of the races of the world. So I want to make it clear. 2 months after he moved up from La Tree, Pakistan, live in Georgetown with his beloved wife, He called me and says, the father-in-law, the mother-in-law, the wife told him the house that he living in Georgetown belonged to a relative of them own in Canada. And he must pay rent, either 1,000 US or something. I had to laugh because this bastard don't listen. If he was not my child, I never talked to a man like that. Ladies and gentlemen, but again, I had to take into consideration the little lamb is young and unexperienced. He could have been eaten by the wolves or captured by the butchers. Or maybe get tangled up in some vine and starved to death because he followed the valley of darkness and believed that was everything. That one gone. He leave or he take another one. She lived on the East Bank. She was in America with her son. She told him, I put her out from my house, and I swear to God, I've never done that. Then, due to Ramjatan, they lock him up wrongfully. But we got the documents to prove, Ramjatan. If you know what I know, you drink poison. Shamin Mohammed, Harshman, Muramdat, if you all know what I know, you all got children, remember my word. My judge is God, and time is our jury. Think of it. You all in escaping this crime. We are very forgiving. But when you put us in prison, 3 attempts on our life, and cause a black woman who gives birth to children to strip him naked and beat him without medical, I hope the crutch she got rotten as she alive and no cure. And she children fall before she doorstep. And they eat the filth that cometh from their ass. I have no apology to this. I am only in this world temporary. God is forever and ever. And the devil is forever and ever. None of us see none of them. But God sent messenger to tell us what to do, how to live amongst each other. And they're killing all of them. They even put Jesus on a cross. He's the only one that rises from the dead. Maybe because he didn't have a woman. Maybe. That is why. And she was the only one she rise from the dead. But a black man, a great soul, Simon, helped him lift the cross. He could have been killed. According to the Romans law, he should have been on the cross too. But he carried the cross for Jesus. While the others humiliate you blacks and Indians who was bribed by those priests in them days. That same behavior is happening in Guyana and the third world country, Africa all over. That's what you all believe in. Stop believing in these hypocrites that call themselves big ones. And they are there for you. No politician is there for you. Tell them George Correa said so. No politician is there for you. Let me give you the good soul in Guyana, even though some of them might be racial in their own way. Ravi there is a good man, but he's more Indians than your Guyanese. Trust me. Mr. David Hines might born in Guyana, but his venom is worse than 10 laborious snakes. All about land belong to the ancestor. David, nothing personal, brother. We crashed in a car on the East Coast. You sprain your foot or break it. We went to the Rodney meeting. Rodney, as far as I'm concerned, all the hypocrites who were following him around caused his death. I told them in my house, Doc, be careful with Gregory Smith. He said, Brother George, I know my people are ready for a change. So with the help of Jagan, Rodney was murdered. A Catholic priest by the name of Father Doc was murdered for the Catholic standard by a young black man from Agricola or MacDoom. Waddle was murdered. And I can tell you something here today. I'm not blaming anybody, but I do believe the police, and I'm not accused as I believe. You can't blame me for my belief even though you all don't like it. I believe the police kill him, or they had criminal out of prison kill him, and the police was watching. But whatever crime you all have committed against the innocent soul that came to help you in your own race, and you kill them, what you won't do with the Chinese? What you won't do with the East Indian? or the Buckman, as we says, or a Douglas, because y'all are uneducated, illiterate, stupid. And I want y'all to know, not only y'all could kill. This is not 1960s, where John F. Kennedy, the late, brought with Dean Ross, bringing the blacks from the Caribbean called the Highlanders that create mayhem. When the Queen's sister, Princess Margaret, leave the Thursday night, the day Friday was fire and brimstone. They call it Black Friday. Friends, I am not saying that Guyanese must go against the grandchildren and children who live in Madia from those who had brought in by the CIA to upturn the Guyana situation. Because Dr. Jagan, the coolie man, didn't mean to change from his communist ideology. And if he did marry Gina Jagan, as a Jew, an American, I think the CIA would have killed him quick. And I respect America for a lot of things. After World War II, they signed an agreement in the Geneva. They signed it in the Monroe Doctrine. No communist, fascist, or nothing will rise in this hemisphere. And if you, the military and the police in Guyana, believe you're bad because you have a gun, just go over to Chile and find out by Ayandi and Penachat. Go to Guatemala and find out about Zapata. And Mexico. They were more gunslingers than Django and Eddie Murphy. They were killers as they were burned with the blood on their skin. And they get rid of them. Think. All the money y'all might be thieving and killing, where it put y'all? And I'm warning you, the black people, whether you're a policeman, whether you're a criminal, do not take money from an Indian to kill nobody or burn their house or to do wrong. Because once you take that money and you start, he already tell 20, who tell another 200, who tell another 1,000. You are not going to escape. And if you die by accident, that's how they're going to kill you. Or slow poison you, or some gun shooting because they don't want you to talk. And if you do it for the politician, either black or Indian, the same way you will die. And you must never call their name. But everybody else in the circle know who killed who. So where are you going, friend? You are destroying yourself. You are causing problem for your generation. In some country, when you kill somebody, and even if you're dead, they wipe your family off the face of the earth. I am asking y'all to stop it. Because y'all are not the only killers. There are 300 ways to kill an ass, instead of washing it or wiping it. 300 ways. Man don't have to shoot and make accident. The air you breathe, the food you eat, and the hemisphere you live under. Or your wife that you may be romancing might be the last romance you ever have in life. And even she herself will die with you because she would not even know what hit her. I am trained to this, make I'm telling you. The water you drink from your pipe could be the last cup of water you drink, or the tea, or the sugar you use. I'm giving you all the ingredients. Or the milk you drink, or a piece of chocolate or candy. Think what I'm telling you. I am not Glenn Lal. I'm telling you 100 ways to kill an ass. If you don't wipe it with the toilet paper and wash it, how to kill it so you don't have to exist. So I'm begging you, the young black man, don't be tempted by an Indian to kill nobody and do nobody wrong. Or a politician, because these are bastards, they're killers. They're greedy, they're covetous and vindictive. There are some ministers in government with a white wife. They say she died. Nobody examined to know she was poisoned. There are others. One, his brother was in the army, it's alleged, killed a woman, and it's alleged again, the army had to hide the body. Right? But I have a message. Mr. Boodoo, Election Commissioner, and the other, Dr. Suraj, y'all would have to answer what happened in 2011 when you all threatened Anthony Snow not to run and had all his ballot and his paper in your car or in your house, and you Indian are talking about equality and justice? You're more worse than a pig that eats from the filth. that cometh from the ass of a human being. Y'all are wicked, treacherous, and devious, but your children go to answer the call. Suraj and all the others, Vincent, may God have mercy upon your offspring. My God is my warrior and fighter. I said unto all of you, Indian and black, only the two of you, stop the fighting. All of you need house. You need land to build house. The land that and the house that is building now according to Glen Law program, where you all got to pay so much million and pay the bank so much, they're taking something from my book that I said, government could use the Bank of Guyana the same way you pay rent, you pay to pay back the loan that build your house. But with the oil, the gold, the diamond, the bauxite, and all mineral resources put together, every one of you could get a house free with a piece of land and live good with your wife and children. And Guyanese must get the first preference before foreigners. And we must build place for the foreigners who are coming, but we must make laws. If you come with a political agenda, leave it in the shore of your country. But if you come on behalf of good living, of brotherly love, and to develop together, then you're welcome. No religious conflict will be in Guyana. Hinduism, Christianity, and Islam, Buddhism, you serve one God. And that's the way it will be. No religion is better than another. Unless you all show me the Muslim God, the Hindu God, and the Christian God. God is God. And we spell it in English, G-O-D. And if we turn it around, Guyana full of dogs. So y'all should call upon gods. You hypocrites. Where are the priests? A priest stand in the middle of corrupt politicians to make peace when you're ready to rebel. So he get 10% and Caesar get 30. Taxman. All ministers in government should declare their assets, their close friends and family. Constitution must change. That any man break the law of the land, so be it. I don't care if you're the president or you're the king. Because you're not going to live forever. No man come into this world to suffer. And no man have a right to humiliate and insult another. Any woman and man in different race want to marry one another. No one should be objected to that. And we are tired of child mother and child father. People who are minding dogs know the breed of the dogs and which dog breed which dog. Same goes for cows and other animals. But you, 70% of the black race in Guyana, your mothers don't know the right father. Because the father was effing around and the mother was fooling around. It's time to stop the fooling around and stop being a clown, and let's come together, unite, and put Guyana together. And you, the Indian, stop beating and killing and burning your wife, because the same thing shall be for you. Stop it. Stop beating. You didn't give them life, don't take it. If you don't want the woman, let her go. But all rum shop will close down. All whorehouse will close down. Under one condition, a whorehouse will be allowed to open. If the man who wants or the woman who wants to open the whorehouse have enough daughters, sisters, and in-laws to be the one who will lie on the bed. It would not be a poor woman anymore. Because we want to eradicate poverty. We want to live up to a standard. And we want you to be educated. And we want 2 hours every night the word of God in any religion, provided you can write it and speak it. We want to see humanity, all right? And equality. That's what we want. And we want every crime that was committed to an innocent man or woman must rise again for an investigation. The police get involved by taking bribes. You won't have a job in Guyana. There are plenty islands. You will become the slave of your ancestors. You will walk in the footsteps. And Guyana must open up the doors to Ghana, where the black people came from, and India, where the Indian came from. But our laws will be strong. You will have everything, but we will work together. And all this low talk of black man, coolie man, buck man, Chinese man have to stop. We will go back into the past of brothers and sisters. Sir, Madam, Mr. and Miss. So I'm encouraging you all to listen. All the prophet that God sent in your messenger, you all kill them. Why Guyanese got to buy land? And who become the real estate people? Your president, the vice president, the attorney general, the finance minister, is them on. Furthermore, Mr. Burke is shouting in America about the apartheid system. But little do he know, he maybe was born in Burnham time, which he born in apartheidism. And he come out here and he pre-spreading his ism. You could listen to his speech, he's very bitter. Now, that man don't only need prayer, he need Jesus. He need the Messiah himself to touch him. Because somewhere or the other, maybe he was ill-treated as a kid. Maybe they done him wrong. So I was praying for him and asked God to clear the mind of Mr. Burke. He's a brilliant individual. But instead of using his vocabulary and his message to unite the nation, he's dividing it like East meet West. And many more. Amongst you, the black race, you have very decent and honorable black people. Patriotic, loving, devotive, kind. More than the Indian race. Indians are ungrateful, vindictive, spiteful, covetous, and very jealousful. And they will do anything against each other. They'll try the Obia man. And if you're a black Obia man or Obia woman and they don't like black people, they're going to come to you to kill their own. What hypocrisy is this? The greatest voodoo on Obia is God and time. I urge all of you Guyanese, the young youth, come together. Come together. It is your future. Don't go to the political meeting or rally. Stay home. We have an argument here over the cricket match. Where there was a cricket and they say Guyana win it and the Trinidadians and them get mad over cricket. In any sport there are winners and losers. Boxing, wrestling, running, cricket, soccer. Why you all have to behave like your ancestors from India and Africa in tribalism and separation and casteism, fighting over a test match, a cricket game, or whatever. And then you all arguing over food. Trinidadians say chicken curry. Guyanese say curry chicken is the same bloody chicken. Y'all are curry in a stew or fry. Stop the bullshit. This is the argument between Indian and black people from Guyana and Trinidad. Chicken curry. One say chicken curry, the other one say curry chicken. And you're arguing over that. Huh? Amazon Warrior win the test match, the cricket. Y'all mad with Trinidadian, Indian and black people again. How illiterate could you all be, man? Wake the hell up. There's a day for the sun. It's a day for the rain. It's a day for the snow. And it's a day for the great climate. So what's the matter with you? Wake up, man. Stop listening to the PPPC and APNU, who don't even have the foundation yet. One time there is PNCB, then they become PNC. Then they become Reform, which is deformed. Now they become APNU. But I have a message to Ramjatan and Nagamutu. A-P-N-U. Turn the U sideways and it says after PNC. You bloody bastards. And let it be known to you. Every crime you all commit against us, we will hand it tenfold. How are you hungry like that? And look at our hands, clean it up. We won't touch you. Where you going to run with all their money? The Shah had a golden toilet. They kill his ass in Egypt. Money talk, bullshit walk. Okay? America gets what America wants. Chavez started the problem with the oil. With Exxon, Exxon, all of them, Mobil, whatever. What become of him? A great man like Gaddafi. Who killed him? Cuba killed him. Because they opened the embargo for them. Money. The root of all evil, Jesus was killed for 30 silver by a coolie man, they call him Judas. And another coolie man said he didn't know it, nearly upside down. Peter. God, the Bible I'm telling you about, follow it. So I'm calling upon you, decent one. God, they are decent Indian and decent black people. Let's unite for a prosperous Guyana under a national front government and put the Amerindian in charge of the country, for they are the only one can do the difference of all the contracts and even settle the border dispute. Because if Maduro fight too much, the Amerindian could claim Venezuela. If Brazil fight, they could claim that too, because them on. Will you Muslim, Hindus, and Christians go to heaven and kick out Muhammad, Krishna, and Jesus? Maybe all our words are Judas Iscariot. Think of what I'm telling you. Food for thoughts. If Ali is doing good, it's our duty to support him. But no minister in government should have their hands in any business while they are doing the job that you give them to do. The police salary must be raised. All civil servants, to be exact. Everyone must have land and house. Land must be given free. And if you want a 4 or 5 bedroom house, you must decide it, not government. Okay? You must decide it. And the bank must give you the money to build it. And with the revenue from the oil, the gold, and the diamond and other mineral, it's good enough to house every Guyanese. And make rooms for the refugee. And I'm calling Joe Biden. Speak to the UN and others and take control of Guyana and bring in the refugee there so they can live. They're human, Mr. Biden. My God said this earth belongs to man and him. Open the door. The only difference between our brothers and sisters is language and culture. And all of us go to meet God who speak all language. So why not, Biden? Before the Lord act, do what you have to do and take Guyana, and let's try all the corrupt politicians from present to past and all the judge. I have submitted a list. I hope the Caribbean heads of government looking Guyana don't have a court system. They are pirates. But you have good amongst them in the parliament. But Mr. Ali is better than the rest. But Mr. Barrett Jackneo got to give Mr. Ali an opportunity to address the nation. He's the vice president, not the president. And I call on England, Canada, and elsewhere to start to look into it. And every crime that was committed against any innocent man, your children shall answer it. May I leave you now with that message and call for unity for every one of us. We serve Guyana and respectfully love God, help our less fortunate brothers around the world. May God be with all of you. Allah, Bhagwan, and God. Peace on earth. Goodbye. Thank you.